Make sure I got Alaska One Andy here and Hunter Kirk. I don't know why I didn't put the normal picture up there. That's a little weird. The thumbnail for the live stream is literally like my last piece of music. That's weird. Seems to be way behind too. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Some weird stuff going on tonight. Weird. There we go. Now we got some people in the chat. And now we got some people watching. It was weird. It was just like it was there for a while. So hope everybody's doing well. All right. So we got Alaska One Andy. Evening, Alaska One Andy. Hunter Kirk. Marshall DeVue. Hope you're doing well. G23. Chris Heisteman. Bamse Moy. Randy Moats. The Gun Snob. Good to meet you this weekend, the Gun Snob. Make sure everybody goes and subscribes to him. He's actually a nice guy. He's not a snob. All right. Which is always a blessing and a benefit. So he's a very nice guy. Good to actually meet him. So did a good weekend. So we got to shoot all sorts of guns. I got to meet all sorts of companies, Optics Planet, and all those people that were there. Griffin Armament was there. GLS Suppressors was there. Mean Arms, Battle Arms Development Group. Um, you know, KCI USA, the magazine company, was there. Their magazines were working great there. CMMG was there. So, is what it is. So, don't ruin my reputation. There you go. Hey, yo. What's up, Texas Beast? How you doing? All right. So, again, late night gun chat. If you guys have questions, I give you my answers. We just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So, that being said, all right, get your questions in the chat. So, yeah, but we got to, I got to shoot a lot of cool guns. Hey, Jim Stoffel, how you doing? Nice to see you. So I got to shoot a lot of cool guns. My favorite gun I probably shot was the 24-inch barrel, heavy barrel, full auto Steyr-AUG. So it was a Steyr-AUG with a barrel this long, and it was awesome. Because, Steyr arm with a barrel that long is like the same length as that, as like an M4. And the weight was all in the back, plus the heavy barrel with the brake up front. Man, that thing did not move in full auto. Man, you could keep it on something. What's up, Christopher Abernathy? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Got to meet Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. Got to do all sorts of cool things there. So um, it was pretty cool experience. Got to hang out with Pat RMG for once. Finally got to meet that dude and hang out, and we finally got to just uh, you know hang out and shoot the bull and walk around. Steven from Mr. Big Kid was there, so that was fun, and had a good time with him, and got to talk with him. Got to meet a lot of people that I didn't even know in the industry. Got to meet a lot of different channels, so it's pretty cool, and I really think it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, make sure you post your comments. I got 18 people in here. Let's start thing. What is one thing you would have done differently if you could have at IV 8888? Oh, that's a good question. Hmm. That is a good question. If I could done something differently, I had a good time this year. It was really good. Not introduced myself to people that I already knew by shaking their hand again because I didn't recognize them in glasses or something. I got made fun of a little bit for that, but no, other than that, it was a good time. Um, I wouldn't. I don't know. Hmm. Let's see. I kind of skipped over the Taurus booth there. I don't know that I'd skip over them. I wouldn't ask everybody if they were making a 10 millimeter. Well, no, I would ask everybody if they're making a 10 millimeter. Screw that. Um, yeah, there's that. So is what it is. Let's see. Drink more water and have brought food with me. I was planning on buying food while I was down there at Walmart and making like little gluten-free sandwiches or whatever, but that Walmart didn't have all the gluten-free crap. So is what it is. So that Walmart's literally the worst Walmart in Livonia, Georgia. The worst Walmart I've ever been to in my life. It was nasty. It was, there were jugs of milk in the freezer and stuff spilled throughout all the freezer. I wouldn't have touched that stuff with one fork. It's great that your channel gets the recognition to be invited. Glad you could make the cross country trip too. Yeah, cross continent trip. Yeah, it was very nice. Eric and Chad are nice guys. I don't care what anybody says about them. They're really busy in this event, and so they're not always talking to you. But they are really really nice guys. Unless of course you break a safety rule, and then they'll jump your butt, um, as they should. So yeah, they're really nice guys, good people. I'm gonna send them some salmon and some moose in a couple of weeks here. Let them get some salmon and some moose and see Alaska surf and turf, kind of thing. So hope it's uh hope it's good enough for them. You know, Eric was telling me he's going to smoke it on the green egg. I might have to fly down there for that. That'd be good. Um, but yeah, uh, you know, great people, and everybody's there. 22 Plinkster is one of the nicest guys I've met. Um, and you know, uh, he's good, good guy. Yeah, I got to meet Braden from Langley Outdoors Academy, big 2A advocate. Of course, Jared from Guns and Gadgets was there. Johnny B, I got to meet Johnny B for the first time. Um, and he's just as much of a trip in person as he is on the internet. So um, that that's kind of cool. Um, so I really really enjoyed them. So it's pretty fun. What's your thoughts about the couple and their dog killed by a grizzly in Canada? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. So Canada doesn't let people carry handguns, and a lot of people don't carry everything they need to. So you can't, you can carry a long gun in the woods. So there's that. Maybe I don't know the circumstances. I'll have to look it up after the chat. I'm sorry, Randy, but that's a good question. So is what it is. Yeah. But I have nothing to good things to say about the Iraq veteran 8888 shoot. Great event, lots of good people. Not everybody was there that I was hoping was going to be there. I wanted to see Tim from Military Arms Channel. I talked to him on Patreon because I support him on Patreon, and you guys should too. I mean, some of these big channels, they're on a shoestring budget just like we are, and people think they get all these big money, and they don't because YouTube demonetizes half their stuff. So is what it is. So if you could do a YouTube collaboration with any YouTuber, who would it be and why? You know, I'm not going to say that it's in the works. I'm going to say that it's in the mind of some people, and I don't want to about those people yet and say it's a thing that they're going to do. Um, so there's, yeah, if I could do a YouTube collaboration with anybody, honestly, the one that fits me the best would be, what is it, Edward Sartesian, where we're shooting redneck stuff on the channel. Tau Mouse. I would like to do one with Tau Mouse and Officer Greg. I would like to either fly Tau Mouse Jeff up here and do all the shooting, or fly down there and shoot with him. So um, I would like to do that with Tau Mouse, and I could probably ask him, and if I had the money for an airplane ticket, I could probably convince him to come up and shoot with me and do things on his channel, do things on my channel, whatever he wanted to do. I could probably, if I had the money for an airline ticket, probably convince him of that, because he's a nice guy too, and he's mentioned my channel several times. I don't know if there's anybody nicer in the business than Tau Mouse, and there's a lot of other nice people. I mean, um, Braden's a nice person from Langley Firearms Academy, all this stuff. So it is what it is. I definitely think that he'd be a really good one to do it with. So there's that. All right, get your gun questions in. If you could get your gun questions in, that would be pretty awesome. So let's talk about some guns. All right. Yeah, and I'm sorry, Randy. I just don't know anything about this to talk about it. I just know Canadians have their natural human rights, stripped from them. So kind of is what it is. So, all right. So, anyway, all right. Looks like I've got another one in here. Marshall DeVue. It's not popped up on StreamYard yet. StreamYard is behind, but it's popped up on that. Oh, now here's a good one from Jason, the camera guy. You should just change your name to Jason Chuck's cameraman. All right. What's your top 5 alternatives to 338 Win Mag that are available on the shelf? First of all, they had some the other day at Three Bears. It was 225 grain SST, which you don't want to use up here, as I've proven on the channel many times, twice as a matter of fact. I would choose. I mean, my number one choice would be, or you want me to go walk them down? From 338 Win Mag, 338 Lapua. Be number 5, because you can find it before you can find 338 Win Mag. Then it would be 300 Win Mag would be number 4. 300 Weatherby Mag would be number 5 if you're needing a big cartridge. 375 H&H would be number 2, and 375 Ruger would be number 1. Just those would be the ones that I would want to do. So it kind of is what it is. All right. All right. What was one gun you'd buy that you, sir, I guess that you shot at IV 8888? If I could buy one gun, it would be that Fostech that I put a short out a couple of days ago. I would buy that Fostech in a heartbeat. Super freaking lightweight. The muzzle brake made it where you could control the recoil on the binary trigger. It was just flipping amazing. If I could buy that gun right now, I would. I don't have the money, the 17 or 1800 bucks. It is on sale right now, but I would buy that gun on sale right now. If I could, I would. Just kind of is what it is. So, what rifle are you thinking about using for moose this year? I'm going to use my 300 Win Mag for moose. I think that's what I got it for. I'm going to use that. I got to develop a good load for it, and that's what I'm going to use. So, kind of is what it is. What are your top 5 alternatives to 38? Oh, we already did that. Yes, we are going to have some AR-10 stuff coming. It'll be a little while. I'm going to get that thing running right and get a bolt carrier group. Instead of having one bolt carrier group for 3 uppers that works, I'm going to get a bolt carrier group. I'm going to try to just order extractor and an extractor spring and extractor pen for it, and just replace all the extractor parts and see if that'll work in it, because it was, gripping way too hard. So we'll see what it is. See if we can do that instead. All right. Hey Chuck, I'm starting a 300 WSM build. I know you'd like the 175 grain LRX. Any other suggestions for it? Sorry, my neck hurts. I gotta pop it. I would also suggest the 168 grain or 190 grain AccuBond long range. The 180 or 190 grain CX from Hornady would be a good one. Even the 165 if you're doing if it's a hunting gun, not a BC long high BC bullet gun. If you got the right twist rate, again, the 190 grain LRX or even 200 or 208 grain that they have. If you got the right twist rate, you can do those. Um, the Norma Bond Strike, if you're looking for a hunting bullet, that would work as well. There's a lot of good bullets out there. You know, uh, even 180 grain, just TTSX. Would be a good one as well. So I think there's a lot of good ones out there that you shouldn't discount. Any of the bonded bullets, the Terminal Ascent 190 grain as well, or I think it's a 200 grain 300 Win Mag. So could be that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think, and put it in there, and put it in the live chat if you think there's another bullet that I missed. So kind of is what it is. But 300 Win Mag, well, or WSM, what's your barrel twist and all that kind of stuff. So, but those are all good bullets, man. Can't go wrong with any of those. So, if I can't really develop a good load over the winter for the 300 Win Mag, I'll probably use the 7 Mag. So, kind of is what it is. Anyway, so I know Gunsnob just put out a video on it. I'm going to be putting out a video on the mean arms as well. That's something else I was planning on doing tonight, but I haven't got to it yet. So, have you shot the Hornady Interbond bullets? Haven't seen any here. Yes, I have. I only have them in 270, and I think might have a box in 338. I have not gotten good groups of them yet and found a good load, but I might. I might still. I have not tested them. I wanted to find a good load before I tested them. But the Hornady Interbond bullets, we'll see how they do. All right. Yeah. Who was telling me this? Was it Pat that was showing me the video of this? Did you hear the YouTube channel guy that bullied a man in a New York mall until the bully got shot? The shooter was acquitted on malicious wounding via self-defense, but convicted on discharging indoors. So what was the guy supposed to do? Wait till he's getting bullied outdoors? I saw the video. Gonna be honest, I think he could have just walked away or whatever thing. Um, but that doesn't mean he was in the wrong. I mean, I did not hear in the video what the guy was actually saying. I don't know. We were in a restaurant or whatever. I'm deaf and been range all day and just pow, 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 all boom, machine guns going all day. So I don't know what exactly was said. But if you were being threatened and you felt you're like you were in your life, yeah, I think the guy, probably did the right thing. Um, did the YouTube channel bullied man? Did he live? So here's a good question: 17 HMR or 22 mag for ptarmigan? If you're reaching out there to shoot them where they're nesting and on the ground, 22 Magnum. 17 H&R will get blown around in the wind like nobody's business. And I've shot a grouse with one, a 17 HMR. I've not shot a grouse with a 22 Magnum. Um, and mine just went right through it without hitting it because my rifle only liked those full metal jackets. Um, so it went right through it. It hit it, but it didn't really do any damage, and I had to track that thing through the snow like a wounded deer. So yeah, I would say 22 Magnum just because you have that bigger bullet hole proportion to the body size, but that's just me. Yeah, the bully survived and vowed to keep bullying as long as YouTube keeps monetizing him. Cool. I invite him to come to my local mall. Keep bullying me, buddy. So I bet he wears level 3A armor from now on. Oh, he lives in New York. You said it was a New York mall. So bet he moves to a free state where he can. Yeah. Yeah. I that's what I saw. I mean, again, that's what I saw. I mean, I would feel bad if I shot somebody and it ended up being a prank or joke, but you know, I saw the guy kept falling on him and provoking him, and again, no one knows the bully's intent. No one knows that, so I think you're just taking it on upon yourself. It's not a very good idea to just go, willy nilly, I'm going to bully this person. You know, sometimes you bite off more than you chew. What's up, Justin? How you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, yeah, that's just crazy. I saw that video. And it's absolutely crazy. So I don't know. Just kind of is what it is. Sometimes I'm checking the chat on my phone to see if it populates before the chat on my computer does. Sometimes. So. What are you reloading next? There we go. From Marshall DeVue. I am reloading. I'm gonna have to go pull through and pull all of my 308 and resize all of that 308 brass that I bought. Because it was the top brass stuff. It was not the correct size. So, um, yeah. I am reloading 308, basically 150 grain full metal jackets next. So, all right. Civil defense. Hollow point in 3A doesn't help you out a lot. No, it doesn't, but it slows the bullet down so much that the the bullet design still causes it to fragment. If you're a fatter, bigger guy, it may not penetrate still because they don't. I mean, they have a reputation for not penetrating in the first place. So, all right, guy was lucky he didn't get a headshot. Hard to walk that off. Absolutely. Do you have one Smith and Wesson M&P 22 Magnum pistol? No, I do not. I do not have one. Unfortunately, I can't just go get guns anymore. I got to make sure I'm financially responsible for my kids. I can't just buy guns whenever I want one, unfortunately. So there are times when, I should be paying off stuff and paying them down, and I buy a gun, and I'm like, and now how do I justify this for the channel for the wife? And so I can't really justify it right now. I do both, Joe. It's a great question. Do you prefer to use once fired casings you already have, or just buy new from the start? I prefer once fired casings I've already have, but buying new I do that all the time because that way I have, especially for my 6.5 by 284. That way I have a bunch of new brass to use. So is what it is. But good question. That's a very good question. All right. Thoughts on Nosler brass? Picked up a box of 25 off specs, and most need to be run through a mandrel die to take the dents out of the necks. That's a new one for me. Call Nosler and complain. They're supposed to have that. Um, Most of the time, Nosler brass is great. It weighs very, very consistently. Um, I have had problems with the primer pockets not being reamed because it's supposed to be ready to load. Um, and I've had primer pockets not being reamed, especially in 300 mag and 7 mag and 6.5 Creedmoor. 6.5. I hadn't tried the 6.5 PRC yet. Then I've had let's see. I do think Nosler brass is a little weaker. Like the ones that got bent the most in my 22 250 or got ripped through were the Nosler brass, brand new stuff. So that's definitely something to think about. But yeah, I don't. I still use it. I think it's a very good brass. You're not going to get the accuracy you do from Lapua. I think Lapua is a little bit better brass, a little bit thicker here and there. Um, so if I had a chance, if I'm buying expensive brass, I'm buying the Lapua if I can afford it, because the Lapua comes in a 100 round box and the other one doesn't. So kind of is what it is. So anyway, that's that. Uh, I need to do some more testing on some brass, but the only Lapua brass I've actually bought has been this 223 Remington, um, and I've got a whole bunch of 223 Remington. I loaded up all 100 to the max charge in the Barnes manual. Hadn't tested it yet, so it's crazy. It's been sitting on the shelf for like 2 years. All right, what's up, Bending Ballistics? I hope you're doing well. So sorry we didn't see you at the Iraq Veteran 88 shoot, but is what it is. So, All right. Hope everybody's having a good night out there. All right. Has the supply of primers picked up in Alaska? Seen a steady supply of all different kinds of the Bass Pro near me. Um, a little bit, yeah, yeah. Large rifle Magnum and large rifle have been trickling in here and there. They're still, if you go into a store, you can expect not to find those and to find, small pistol, small pistol Magnum, large rifle, or large pistol, large pistol Magnum. You can expect to find those. Sometimes you find small rifle and small rifle Magnum a lot, but that's that. So, yeah, Joel, I sure did. Go check out the whole list of shorts I've been producing. So, what's up, Red Baron? Didn't get an invite. Yep. I'm sorry about that. For a new reloader, what manual do you recommend? I recommend getting the Nosler, the Hornady, and the Barnes. And the Barnes is all available online. You can download any caliber you want. Um, the Hornady, the Lyman 50th edition is a good one too. I recommend getting all of those and comparing them because usually the real data, somewhere in between them all. So get them all and compare them. The Barnes is going to be the hottest, probably followed by the Nosler and then the Lyman and then the Hornady, but it varies from caliber to caliber. There are places where the Hornady's hotter than the Barnes and vice versa. So kind of is what it is. Nice to hear your advice. Yeah. Hornady is online too. You can do a whole app on your phone. It's great. So anyway, um, that's that. Yeah. Hornady, Barnes, Nosler, Lyman. You know, put them on in any order you want. It doesn't really matter. Those are your four best ones to me. Um, so, have you used Reddit? No, I have not. Not really. Used Red Dot. Yeah, I've used several Red Dots, a bunch of them. They're all good, so it is kind of is what it is. All right, Chris Heitzman said 17 HMR will work great on grouse if you get the Hornady red tip. Are they shoot accurate? Sorry, was driving. That being said, I've been using 22 long rifle with hollow point subsonics without an issue. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. I My 17 didn't like that load. It shot at like an inch and a half at 50 yards. It was terrible. The only thing I could get a dime group at 50 yards was with those full metal jackets. So, um, Rato says, finally seeing large rifle Magnum and bench press large rifle. Sweet. The 17 HMR being able to reach out 100 plus yards on a logging road is nice though. Yeah, so but the 22 Magnum can do that too. That's easy for a 22 Magnum. So just kind of is what it is. Chris, you got some logging roads we can go shoot grouse on all winter? I'd like to come up there and shoot a freak ton of grouse. You got a freak ton place you can get a freak ton of grouse, like a limit every day. So maybe up over Christmas break if it's not, -40. Yep. Benning Ballistics says 22 LR can too. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. Absolutely. Especially if it's in a good rifle. Tends to not be as accurate. I see people shooting match groups and only getting, maybe they get 3/4 to like an inch and a half. So, but you're right. 22 can do it too. Well, guys, I got to get going. The garden is calling my name. Got to get those potatoes out of the ground. Everything's about to freeze. So I hate to cut it short tonight, but thanks for coming. Thanks for listening and all that jazz. Guys, God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range. Yep. I'm sorry, Afonso. Uh, sorry that I'm leaving right now. Be flying into Fairbanks in December to go play. Thanks for the advice. Yep. All right. Cool. Have a good one. Picked a gunfighter sequence yesterday for the G20. Very impressed. Got the OW Ronin at it. It's great. Yeah, it's a good one. All right. Used to shoot a lot of spruce ends east of Sterling. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Guys, God bless. Take care. I'll see you at the range. Make sure you check out on our MeWe page for the affiliate links and all that jazz. We will talk to y'all later.